Z100.
Look who is back at Z100. Miss Nelly Furtado.
Oh, sorry. I'm looking at these things.
Don't read that yet.
Hi,
That's
JJ,
later.
how are you?
I'm awesome. Welcome back, girl.
I'm on. Thank you.
It's so silly how pop music works. You know, you're away from the pop scene for a while. People are like, where have you been?
I know. I've heard it all. I was under a rock. I was in a hole. I was in a cave. Yeah. I mean,
Drug-induced coma? Did you hear that one yet?
Thank God, no.
Okay, good. Awesome.
But yeah, I've been away doing things, really. But yeah, I made an English pop album again, so I'm back here talking to you about it.
People are idiots. They're like, you haven't done anything. You haven't recorded. Had a Spanish album, did really well.
Yeah, I won a Latin Grammy.
I was going to say, won an award for it. Yeah. I know. People are silly.
It's all good. It's
silly
all good.
gringos. I don't speak Spanish, so I don't know what she's talking about. But you did have a little time in between the Spanish album and the last album you did that was in English.
I did Loose, and it was good. It was fun. Good times. World tour. Awesome. Yeah, a little burnt out after Tired. And I write all my songs, so I've always written my own stuff, and it just takes time for me. It just takes time for me to live life. And I like to keep my records real. And, you know, I really like people to kind of feel like a connection to my music in a different kind of way. So it takes time. You know, I got to craft that.
As a writer, do you get mad that people just automatically assume that every single artist writes what they record, that it's all them? Because people are generally people just don't get it. People just think that, like, oh, the artist came up with everything. It's all them. They don't realize there are other people behind the scenes. They also think you produced it.
What
and they
makes
think
me more upset is that people don't realize how many great artists write their own material. Like someone like Katy Perry, you know, she writes her stuff, and someone like Madonna, I mean, she writes and produces all her stuff. That's major musical talent, you know what I mean? And people focus on different things sometimes. I think, I don't know, maybe, well, I guess I'm speaking for the females right now.
Go ahead.
But here I go. But anyway, it's just true. So no, the other thing doesn't bug me. If someone wants to pretend they wrote a song, then that's fine. I feel bad for the writer, but
there's that much, and then there's also being a mom too, which is a full-time job in itself, obviously.
Yeah, I have an 8-year-old. She's gorgeous.
8 now?
Yeah, she's
wow.
8. I know, she's already 8. I have 1, and yeah, I love being a mommy. It's like majorly fun and awesome, and I'm a pretty hands-on mom, so yeah, it's good times.
Is she at the point where she's like, oh my God, I love this boy band, and you're like gagging that she likes these?
Kind of. Yeah, I actually.
Let me hear it.
I showed her a photo of me with Justin Timberlake. No, not Justin Timberlake, Justin Bieber.
Okay.
In the background on the red carpet at the billboards, because he's like right behind my shoulder. I didn't like stop and try to say hi or anything because I figured he.
But you're from Canada. You automatically have that carte blanche. You can do that.
I figured he didn't need one more screaming fan on the red carpet.
But you have the Canadian artist handshake. You're in the club. You guys have your own club.
I'm totally in the club.
You have your own space at airports. You do.
I don't want to abuse my power.
All right.
And so anyway, I showed her the photo of me with him in the background. But that was pretty cool.
She's like, Mommy, did you say hi?
I was in the same square footage. But anyway, yeah, I mean, she's a musical kid. She admires the musicality. And I did go see Never Say Never with her and everything, and it was fun. And I actually cried. I left a total believer.
Really?
And it was like, oh my God.
You're a believer? A weeping believer.
Yeah, it was great.
It sounds like a flower that would grow in Canada, a weeping believer. They grow only in Toronto.
Yeah. Well, so all this energy went into this new album. Just lots of fun, really.
Sure.
It's got I know, you got to hear it. It's quite the adrenaline rush.
I wonder how many people think that Big Hoops is about, like, you know, women who wear large nipple rings. I'm hoping that is not the case, because there's so many idiots.
Nose rings.
I think that song's about nipple rings. No, it's not. The one thing, when I saw the video, very cool things about the video for that song that I watched again today for the 15th time. My favorite part is the end where you get all Godzilla and you're in LA. You're like towering over the buildings.
God is getting all goddess on everybody. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, no, because it's a state of mind. It's a big hoop state of mind. You know, JJ, that cap you got on is your swagger, ain't it? And you like when you got that cap on backwards. Like
she remembers, this is the dude who wears his hat backwards. It's the only reason I remember him is because it's been 5 years he's wearing the same hat.
It's your big hoop state of mind. Like, you put that hat on and you feel like you're ready to rock that microphone every day, JJ, and motivate people. And when I get on the microphone, I need to feel like I got my big hoop state of mind. And that's what Big Hoops is about. It's about me at 14 putting on my big hoops, going down to the mall with my White Sox jersey and bag of jeans, writing rhymes, entering the cypher, and just feeling like good about myself and wanting to. I felt famous though, but I wasn't.
At 14? It seems like every 14-year-old girl, and I talked to the interns out in the hallway about this earlier, there's some rite of passage when you're with your friends at 14. You have to go into Claire's at the mall and shoplift earrings.
Yeah, ours was San Francisco's. It was kind of like, I have a funny story about that.
Go ahead.
It was like a store at the mall, and they had novelty items, like really funny joke type things, but some of it got, you know, it was a little racy.
Oh, towards the back. It got a little towards the back.
No, but we loved the store. It was funny, and yeah, it was, you know. little 5-finger discount once in a while. But so anyway, went in there and we dressed up as TLC for Halloween, and we needed, as part of our party costume, we needed the extra large size hang on, contraceptives they wore on their costumes.
You can say condoms.
Yeah, I just used the official word.
It's okay.
And they were big because Left Eye used to wear these big condoms as part of her costume.
Sure.
We were innocent. Like, that's cool that it's part of the costume. So we went to the store and, we left our houses in the costume, sans large condom additives. So we went and I think we stole them from the joke store.
Oh, yeah.
We were probably too embarrassed to actually purchase them at the time.
This is what happens. It's the rite of passage. If you're embarrassed about something, you steal it. That's what happens. Exactly. That's what you should do. Embarrassed about anything, you just steal it.
Stop before I got caught. Let me go back. I go, oh my God, I hope my daughter's not listening.
You should go back and pay those people. Go back and pay those people right now.
I feel bad. Yeah, anyways.
Let's talk about the Billboard Music Awards.
Yeah, it was hot. Fun.
I can imagine.
Hot and fun.
So many people at that thing. Do you get nervous still going up on a stage like that? Televised?
I don't call it nervous. It's like adrenaline. It's like this. They got you back there behind the screen thing, and you're literally up there like 3 minutes before you have to go on. Then you hear the announcer person introduce you. And then for me, I was under this thing called a toaster. And it's basically the fancy word for the thing that Michael Jackson always popped out of, like from under the stage.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so it's like a hydraulic lift kind of thing.
Yeah, it's a hydraulic. Well, I don't know if it's that high tech, really, but kind of just jerks up. And so I was down under the stage, and the thing pops up, and then there's the smoke. Oh my God, they poofed the smoke, and they overdid the smoke.
Did you choke on the smoke?
Of course I choked on the smoke. And I'm like going,
oh, great.
The bigger, the better. The bigger.
Great. Have the artist who's about to sing choke on the theatrical effects. Perfect.
Awesome. Yeah. Oh. We had these amazing hoop dancers on stage with us, Native American hoop dancers from Phoenix, Arizona, world champs. They were out there representing, and one of them was only 13, and he's literally the most relaxed thing I've ever seen on a stage. He's just ready with his hoops, ready to go. I'm like, try to pitch him, try to like get some emotion out of it, but he was just like ready to go. So anyway, yeah, you do get nervous sometimes, but it's all good. You just rock it. Try to bring the energy of the song. That's all I do.
Are you really working on a Portuguese album right now?
I don't know. I did a Spanish one, so why not? Next, my parents are from Portugal, actually.
Yeah.
I do speak and sing some Portuguese as well. And, honestly, I've been working with some Brazilian acts lately, too, that are really hot. And would like to go do something like that, too.
You are so international. What language do you think inside your head?
I got Swahili on my album,
I was just going to say Swahili. Or how about, we're in New York, Yiddish. Can you bust out some Yiddish?
Yiddish? Oh, no.
Oi, girl, you
Yiddish.
know.
Oi, I don't know a lot of Yiddish, but I love my Jewish friends.
Yes. It's a lot of languages. So inside your head, when you think, do you think in English, and then when you're recording, do you think in that language you're recording in, like the voice inside your head?
That's a really good question. And so I just, like when I did the English album, I just had nothing left to say in English. So when I got to write an album in Spanish, I got nothing left to say in English. So then I went in the studio and started thinking, ideas and melodies and lyrics in Spanish. And then I actually worked with a friend of mine, Alex Cuba, who helped me make the lyrics a lot better. But definitely hear things sometimes in other languages, most definitely.
Do you impress that upon your daughter that you want her to be multilingual?
Yeah, she speaks some Spanish. She understands some Portuguese, and she learns French at school. So, yeah, I do. She's been to Kenya with me.
My God, wow.
I know that with Free the Children, this group that I work with, we build schools and stuff like that. They build schools around the world. So, I don't know. Yeah, so definitely a multicultural experience for her, too.
It's cool that you brought her to Kenya because, like, here in America, and I'm sure in Canada, too, the only time we hear about Kenyans is in a marathon where they win. So it's cool that, like...
Yeah, Kenya is a beautiful country.
Yeah.
If you go on my website, there's a tank top called Spirit Indestructible, and all the money goes to the newest school that we're building in Olaleshwa.
Oh, that's philanthropic. That's
it all kind of ties together with the album.
Cool. Yeah. I didn't know you sold tank tops on a website. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
Nice. No, do you like wear it like when you're out?
It's nice to have something to talk about that's positive.
Versus negative, I agree.
Well, you can only talk about your favorite color and your favorite food for so long, right?
In interviews?
Yeah.
We didn't touch upon that.
No, you're doing good.
I'm trying.
I
was checking out online. You've got how many different people are producing songs on this record, Spirit Indestructible? How many? There's at least 6, right?
There's 6, but the main album, the main 12 cuts is just Rodney Jerkins did 8 tracks. Salam Remy did 3, and then there's
you lost count.
I did. I'm almost over 12.
Use fingers.
The deluxe has 18 tracks, and all I know is on there is Bob Rock, Tiesto, Fraser T. Smith, Dark Child,
No.
Salam Remy, Wake Angelicals. There's just different, you know, for anybody who really just loves music and a wide range of music, and I know everybody does nowadays. Now with the internet, you can access any musical style you want. I mean, it's influenced by everything from indie to rock to pop to urban. So you're gonna get that full on Nelly Furtado album with all the sounds.
And things have changed so much since the first record. From I'm Like a Bird to where we are now. I mean, my God, Twitter, Facebook, social networking, the internet blowing up.
Tell me about it.
People with a million songs on their phones.
Yeah, I used to do something stupid, and then it'd be like on BBC Worldwide Wire.
Now.
I'd be like, oh my God, it's on the BBC Wire. Like now it's like the next minute it's all over the web, and you know. And I love it because like Twitter is great because you can really clarify things quickly. And I like talking to my fans on Twitter. There's fun.
Different ways you can use Twitter. You can like head out to a strip club with your friends and take pictures of yourself on the pole like certain artists do, or you could not do that and just
and how
clarify
hard
rumors.
It's made life harder for not just, you know, people in the spotlight, but I mean the average individual. You know, they can be photographed and tweeted and Instagrammed anywhere they go.
Do you get mad when you're like up on stage when your shows and people are holding phones and they're not watching, they're taping? A lot of artists, they say that bothers them. They really would like their fans to enjoy the show and not just tape it on their phone.
I'm used to it now. I mean, that's the day and age we live in. I mean, I've thought of doing some crazy like Twilight, like, okay, not allowed to bring your phone to the show. Nobody's going to hear about it, know about it. In blackness, we're just going. But I don't know how that would work out because like a lot of people need their phones. It's like their GPS, you know?
Exactly. They start twitching. Nelly Furtado, girl, thank you so much for rolling by Z100 again.
Thank you, JJ. I've had a great time. Thanks for rocking your Big Hoops hat.
Yes.
And, you know, having the Big Hoops state of mind. Thank you for having me.
That's how we roll. Nelly Furtado on Z100.